Hi, beautiful people of the internet, of the YouTube. I want to discuss today how to prosper in the art world. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, if you're a musician or whatever, there are no starving artists here, no poor artists either, only wealthy, successful artists in the building here today. And I'm going to surprise you when I say that you can do this instantly. This is my topic. Prosperity is defined on the internet as the state of being prosperous. Prosperous is defined as successful in material terms, flourishing financially. Where did this definition come from is first what I want to assess. Who put financial terms and material success as the foreground for prosperity? Where did that come from? The people with millions of dollars are automatically seen as more prosperous than, say, me in my room with my art. I am not prosperous unless I too have a bunch of stuff that costs money, costs a lot of money. I have had a lot of money before. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And overnight and in my adult life. I am rather young, but still, I had a crazy, one-off experience where I got money overnight. I literally was so miserable with this money that I just gave it away. Because I felt like I was simply rotting from the inside out. I wanted to get back to the life that I felt like I had before, where $20 felt like a lot, and I was scrappy for a fun experience, and I would always get one because I didn't have as much expectations, and it just would happen naturally. It would flow to me. I mentioned in my video when I went to New York that traveling can feel like a series of going out to eat and being the same person, just in a different environment, doing the same things you typically do. It's just yourself in a new environment. And that's exactly what having a bunch of money feels like. You're still you, just in a 5-star hotel. There's literally no difference between these hotels besides slightly nicer bed sheets and a view overlooking a huge cityscape. I personally don't even like being that high up. I like being grounded, feeling like I can sense the ground beneath me. So that's not even all it's cracked up to be either. And I found I was often miserable when I could see everyone below me. Just looking down on people made me feel awful. It did not make me feel grand. It made me feel like shit. I found that with more money, nothing satisfied me. And this was another one of my problems with it. I felt like there was something wrong with me too. Because why was I so miserable when this money, having money, was all I ever wanted, right? When I was a kid and I was financially struggling, I was like, if only I had some money, I would be happy. This was a lie told to me from when I was really little, programmed within my brain from TV or whatever it is, or our phones, that I could not truly experience prosperity unless I had a certain amount of money. I was then made to believe that the bliss and the excitement and the love that I felt was somehow less than the bliss and the excitement and the love of someone with money, because I had nothing to show for it. I didn't have the finances to back it up. There was no way to visually express how happy I was to people, and so I didn't feel that I was as happy as people who could express that visually with pictures, look where I went, look what I can do. I struggled for a long time, though, after I gave up my money and chose to live financially restricted for the most part, once again. I was confused, bitter, angry, that I knew what having money felt like now. I was mad that I wasn't caught in the trance and therefore no longer motivated by money. I used to go to school and get all these jobs and try really hard to make extra money so I could have a little bit extra fun, And I blame this experience for my lack of motivation. And I wished that I could go back to when I didn't know so that I could be ignorant again to all that I knew and strive to achieve financial success again. Like, I wished I could go back to when I really wanted to be financially successful and I would do anything to get it because at least I would be motivated. I miss the feelings of hopelessness as well and the urgency of feeling like I must make money tonight. I have to get it done because suddenly I was at a loss for what to do with myself. What do I even do? What do I enjoy when money isn't a factor? Drawing and painting and learning about art and life and the life of artists, going to museums, witnessing other artists thrive in this space, and also just the art of nature, going out into nature, walking around, feeling the breeze on my skin, seeing the beautiful animals in their natural habitat, are ultimately the things I grew interested in when money was not a factor again. Additionally, studying metaphysics, studying spiritual practices, and trying to further my understanding of life itself are the things I do for free. And these are the things I know I'm meant to do and how I invest in myself and how I feel prosperous in my own life. With all of this being said, I just want to redefine what it means to truly be prosperous. What is the real definition of prosperity? The definition of certain words on the Webster's whatever holds us back, I would argue, because we can't feel prosperity within ourselves without millions of dollars, according to this definition. And that is only one example. And how are we supposed to manifest something we can't even obtain within ourselves right now? We can't. This definition keeps us striving and wishing that we were more than we are currently. And ultimately, when we get there, if we ever do, which probably if you're stuck in this mindset restricted by this definition, you never will get there. But if you do, we realize that we were never happy. And we're not happy. And ultimately, this didn't work. And we're still ourselves, as miserable as we ever were, just in a different environment. Feeling helpless as if something outside of us must give this to us. So we buy different things. And just to fill that hole within us. Like, what is the thing? What is this? And we're constantly searching outside of ourselves to fill that hole. When really, the hole gets filled by us within ourselves. Like, people wait to win the lottery to be happy kind of thing. And yeah, just sitting back and waiting to feel prosperous and happy. But we're not stupid for believing this, is another thing I want to point out. We are just naive and trusting. There's no reason to blame ourselves for feeling this way or believing the definition. We just must stop giving away our power to things outside of ourselves to bring us this prosperity. It won't be until we experience misery in high places to where we really realize on a visceral experience level that we start to deconstruct this definition. Or we could just deconstruct it now. We could bypass all of that and deconstruct it right now. Change our lives before we even have to go through all of that. That sounds like a lot of work, right? Why don't we just bypass all of that and be happy and be prosperous right now? Prosperity, by my new definition, is the capability of going forth with all that you want to do with the highest level of enthusiasm. Now, this is not to say doing all that you want in the sense of door dashing your dinner whenever you feel like it. It's more about doing what makes you as a unique individual with creative talents and intuition truly feel like yourself and feel bliss within this embodiment of you. To prosper means to flourish, to thrive, and to be who you truly are. The ultimate prosperity is what you invest in yourself, but the key is you have to do it. You can't just learn all about painting but never paint. You have to express yourself through the techniques that you learn. Or you can't just learn all about music and how to play every single chord but never actually play your own music. Figure your own expression out with the keys. you know? When you know this, you will start to express yourself. You can carve out time to learn new talents and abilities. You can learn about spiritual practices, and you can learn about prosperity and things about life. And instant prosperity is to know that we can do what we want in any moment at any given time. So we should do it now, and we will do it now because we know these things. And that is being prosperous. How can you invest in yourself? I find that with art, sometimes I fall into the trap of painting something because I want to show off my skills, right? I want someone to acknowledge my skill set, so I'm going to paint in this one specific way. However, I give up my power in doing this. I should be creating in the ways that I want to create, simply to entertain myself and the drawings and paintings that I want to see in order to feel the prosperity I naturally possess within myself. What would I have to create in order to feel this way? The most ironic part of all this, I know this is like besides the point, but once you start doing this, creating for yourself, by yourself, in a truly authentic to us kind of way, people resonate with it more. So the art becomes more powerful, and we may even end up being prosperous by this definition that they give us. Because we are whole, complete, and perfect as we are, and because we are unique and individual, while all alike in our capabilities to do whatever we want and have godlike powers within, we can do anything we want to do. It's all just about investing in ourselves, the highest creation of ourselves, in order to feel the prosperity that we already have, and our inner world will reflect in our outer world. So that's how we manifest the career, is to feel the prosperity now, feel it completely and wholly within yourself as you already have it, and then your outside world will begin to unfold naturally to reflect this prosperity you already have. This is how you instantly prosper as an artist. What can you do every day to invest in yourself and in your art? What is something you can do differently? Or what are things that you did in the past that were investing in yourself and do make you feel your highest power and prosperous immediately? And do those things now. And don't wait until you have this like fake amount of money to where you feel like you'll have the time to do it. No. It's about doing it at all points of time, immediately, now, no matter the circumstances, the outcome, the environment that you're in, and watch as prosperity flows through you with ease, naturally, and you create the things you have always wanted to create, and you have more prosperity than you ever thought was possible because it's here with you now, and it's only growing, and you're only going to get more prosperous naturally because it's who you are. Yeah. Well, I just want to say that I appreciate your presence here. I acknowledge you, and I care about you, and I hope that you can take what I say and apply it, because I feel like I'm sharing this with my viewers for a reason, in that I want us all to achieve more. I want us all to feel ourselves and be ourselves and achieve all that we ever want in life, because we can. It's natural to us. And I think that there's a lot of things on the outside of us that tell us that we are not capable and that we shouldn't try. But I just want you to know that you don't even have to try. It's innate. You do it automatically. You can't give up. You don't give up. And you're always you, which is whole, complete, and perfect. And you will always be that. So, yes, I hope you have a beautiful day, whatever day it is. And don't forget to subscribe. I want to build our community, and leave me a comment of what makes you feel prosperous. What is your prosperity? What makes you feel like the prosperous being that you are naturally? I want to know. What's your art form? What makes you feel like you? All right, I'll see you on the next one.